You guys got a lot to compete with today.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys want to tell people where you are just so that I can give
We
you a
are
little
sitting
intro?
in front of the El Rey Theater on Wilshire Boulevard, Los Angeles, California.
And we're outside because it's loud inside, but it's actually
We were supposed to be inside.
proven to be almost as loud out here.
Yes.
Molly's trying her best to keep the noise down, but you can't escape the noise.
So this is your last night on tour. How do you feel?
It's the last night of a very long tour, and we have September off, which will be lovely because it's been a long tour, great tour. So pretty exhausted.
Mixed feelings?
No, I mean
No.
we
No?
love. We
You
love.
guys are ready for your break?
We're
Yeah.
ready for our break.
Yeah.
I mean, for us, the new album is kind of like a summary of our entire career. It feels like for us. I think it has a little bit of everything we've done, plus of course new ideas. But we definitely feel like if you've never heard our band, the new album encompasses everything. So it's got a little bit there for everybody.
And I noticed that this album had a very, well, I think they all obviously have a little bit of a different feel, but what was your approach going into it? What were you trying to reach, or what were your inspirations for this album?
But I know first and foremost we wanted to have more instrumental pieces and kind of revert back to that because we had done that in the past, and Catch Without Arms was basically a direct reaction to El Cielo. We didn't want to regurgitate that album again, so, and that was a lot of tour inspiration basically. Write a lot of songs that translated well live because we were touring on El Cielo and it came off a little passive. I mean, I like the record, but we were touring with some more energetic bands at the time, and it seemed a little passive, so we wanted to create a record that was more assertive. And I think that's how we always write. It's kind of like the record prior is a guideline for what we want to do differently, and you take what you did well off those records and continue that, and then better what you felt was missing. So.
Diversity. We knew we wanted a wide spectrum of styles, and I think we got it. There's a lot of different styles in the new record. That's kind of what we aimed for.
Is there any, like, maybe from touring, or maybe from outside of the continent, or maybe from trying to explore other areas or regions that swayed it?
I don't know if we can pinpoint like a geographical influence, but I think overall we just don't want to. We don't want to be lumped in with your average rock band. And not that we're extremely strange or anything, but I think we're really aware of trying to stand out a bit. So I think that's where that comes from.
Yeah, we wanted a good balance of well-written songs and then some other songs that weren't, as restricted, I guess. We wanted a good balance of songs and creative, pieces to kind of keep that balance and keep the record interesting.
Do you feel like people overseas react to your music differently than they do in the US? Do you feel a difference in the audiences?
A little bit. It's been a little bit more immediate over there. I think people have accepted it on a, I can't say a mainstream level, but we get a lot more press over there. We're kind of in the forefront of the music out there, which here we're still, I consider ourselves an underground band still, and we don't get as much. It's not that we don't get respect here, but I don't know. It's like the press.
We do better
in
in
the novelty of
that way.
having a band from the U.S. over there, or if our music just works better in Europe. I'm not sure. But it does. I don't know. It's happened quicker over there.
You managed to kind of ride that underground cool indie wave for a really long time, and a lot of people either they come up and they crash and they never make it, or they just they explode and they go mainstream and then they're dead in 5 years.
Yeah.
And most bands don't last as long as you guys have been around for a while. What do you think the trick is to that? Is it just staying honest to what you believe, or?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
I think a big part of it is we have never really been part of any scene either, So I think that can date your band if you kind of latch onto a certain scene or idea.
Right.
And we've almost been in this void like our whole career, which is a positive and a negative thing. Obviously, if you are attached to a certain label that everyone loves or a certain scene that everyone's into, it's kind of a boost for your career. But in turn, I think it has helped the longevity of the band.